Welcome to Brown's Rod and Custom, your home for street rods, muscle cars, and Volkswagen content. This is my dad, Big Ron. He's our body man and fabricator. This is my beautiful wife, Megan, our editor-in-chief and supporter. And this is me, Adam, the designer and mechanic for our projects. If you find our videos helpful, like and subscribe for more content.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Well, today we got something interesting for you that I think most of you will find actually pretty useful. So we have partnered up with a company called iCrimp. They're a brand of iWis tools. Okay, they sell crimpers for all electrical, plumbing, construction, that kind of thing, right? Now, they've watched our videos and noticed that we struggle a little bit on the electrical connections, especially on some of our bigger cables and whatnot. Because what we were doing is we would take and put it in the vise and try to do a crimp, because we didn't have a crimper that would actually give us a good, solid, good looking professional crimp, right? So they sent us this here, check this out. Okay guys, here's the kit. Again, this is from iCrimp. It's a brand of iWis. Now this is the IWS-50BN series. It's the battery cable crimpers for RV, solar, off-grid battery packs. Automotive, which is what we're going to be using it for, because we do a lot of ground cables, a lot of battery cables, so on and so forth. Now basically anything that takes a copper end like this right here, okay, that you need to crimp. If you need to crimp a wire that has a copper end like this, this is going to be the right tool for this, okay? Barring that it's the right wire size. So this does 1 gauge, 2 gauge, 4 gauge, 6 gauge, 8 gauge, and 1/0, okay? And we know this from right here. Now, if you open up the instruction manual here, open this up, it kind of shows you what's going on. So you've got a rotary die set inside of this, which is right here, okay? And here in a second I'll show you what those do, all right? But this is where you adjust what size wire, okay? You would match up each side. So, you know, it's 4 and 4 kind of thing. You put the arrow to 4 and you can do a 4 gauge wire, right? Shows you what the crimpers do, what the cutters do, all the things. Pretty slick. So, good directions, good information, kind of goes over all the different wire sizes, so on and so forth. Now, this also is pretty slick. If you look at this, if it'll focus, it says turn to adjust here and here, right? And then it's got these directions. Loosen back nut left hand or right hand with wrench. Turn dial 1 digit at a time. So if you look at this, so if you go to crimp something and the crimp is too tight or it's not tight enough, you flip this over. And these 3 nuts here, they supply a wrench. It's a 10 gauge or 10 millimeter on one side, 13 millimeter on the other. So 13 here, 10 for these. Okay, you would loosen these up and then adjust your dial here to whatever. Turn 1 click at a time until your desired tightness. Okay, which is pretty great. All right, that's not something most people have. So that's what comes in the kit. Kit's amazing. I did crimp a 8 gauge wire here earlier. I put one on. This is a one shot deal. Look at that hexagonal crimp it put on there. 1 shot. I can't pull that off. That is on there super tight. So what I wanted to do is to show you guys kind of how this works. Okay. So I'm going to set this up on a tripod, and then I'll be right back and we'll actually crimp an end on this 8 gauge wire so you guys can see it work. Okay guys, so what we have here is an 8 gauge wire. I'm going to take the iCrimp cutters, show you how they work. We're going to go right there. Boom, cuts it like butter. Then we're going to take the wire strippers. I'll set this up. It's actually got different size, if you see here, big, different size wires set up for that. So we're going to strip this. cuts it like butter. I'm using a hard gauge wire. If you use an actual battery cable or something, it comes off a lot easier. Alright, so there's that. Then we're going to take the crimpers, okay? We're doing 8 gauge. So if you look here, these want to be, you want these arrows on 8. Now, when you open this up, you can adjust them here. And if you watch the arrow here while I do that, you'll see it moves, right? So we're going to go to 8. I'm going to put my end in here. Okay, see that? Then we're going to come over here. I'm going to do it this way. We're going to slide it into the wire. Then we're just going to, boom, take it off, set that off to the side. There's your crimp. It is, I'm pulling with all my strength. I cannot pull that off. It doesn't turn. It's where it goes. That's our guy. This thing does amazing crimps, one shot. I mean, literally I've done 2. I had 2 ends sitting around on an 8 gauge wire, and it was a one-shot deal. It does a really, really good job. You get the hexagonal crimp. Couldn't be happier with that. Again, this is the kit. Comes from a company called iCrimp, which is a brand of Iwis. Okay, see that right there? Now this, again, if you're looking for this exact kit, it is IWS-50BN series, and it's the battery cable crimpers. And again, you can go on their website and check it out. The prices are really good. I mean, really good for what you're getting. And I can't stress this enough, guys. These are very high quality tools. These are not just something you have that you throw away. This is something that'll probably last you a very long time, even if you used it every single day. So again, thanks for watching. Check out iCrimp, a brand of Iwis. iCrimp, guys, we really appreciate you. Thanks again for helping us out. This is going to be huge for us on our different projects, like our 1958 Chevy Apache. I really could have used it on our Volkswagen thing, but you know, when we start doing these electrical systems, we need tools like this. And to be able to have something like this in the shop is huge for us. So thanks again, guys. We do have a promotional code. It is AdamB5. If you put that in at checkout, it'll save you 5%. Really appreciate all of you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.